Hello learners. In the previous video lecture of this module, we have understood the tools of mass communication. We have also learned newspaper as tools of mass communication. Furthermore, we have also completed television and radio as means of mass communication for transmitting messages to the mass audience. We have also discussed film and cinema as a tool of mass communication for reflecting and influencing society. In addition, we have also understood new media as an emerging tool of mass communication in detail. In this online video lecture of the module, we will discuss the development of communication around the globe. We will also discuss the early growth of communication and recent trends in the field of mass communication. In this regard, we will explain cave painting as a means of communication in the Indian context. In addition, we will also discuss the development of oral storytelling tradition and the advent of written communication, the development of the printing press and newspapers, invention of the telegraph, radio, television and internet as a means of mass communication. After completion of this video lecture of the module, you will be able to understand the development of communication around the globe. In addition, you will also be able to explain cave painting as a means of communication in the Indian context. Furthermore, you will also be able to explain the development of oral storytelling tradition, the advent of written communication, the development of the printing press and newspaper, the invention of the telegraph, radio, television and the internet as a means of mass communication. So learners, let us start explaining development of communication as a means of expressing themselves. Communication is an essential for the existence of human beings for a variety of reasons. It plays an important role in informing, motivating, establishing authority and control, as well as enabling the exchange of feelings, ideas, thoughts and emotions among human beings. Especially for humans, communication is imperative for fostering a sense of social cohesion. Just as humanity has progressed throughout the centuries, our methods of communication have evolved accordingly. Initially, people likely relied on body movement, posture, gestures, facial expressions and the movements of their hands, fingers and feet. Over the course of the time, language gradually evolved, emerging as one of the greatest intellectual achievements of mankind. Writing, in turn, became one of the most important inventions of the world. Language is referred to as living, growing and changing organism. From its primitive origins in cave paintings and signed communication, it has transformed into an endless array of methods through which we can convey our thoughts and feelings to fellow humans. Number 1. Cave painting as means of mass communication. The cave painting method involved creating pigments made from the juice of fruits and berries, colored minerals or animal bloods. These pigments were then used to create depictions of primitive life on the cave walls. Cave paintings are found in Bhimbetka, Madhya Pradesh in India. At Bhimbetka, cave paintings as a means of communication offers fascinating insights into the communication practices of early human communities in the region. The cave paintings found at Bhimbetka serve as a unique and valuable forms of visual communication, showcasing the rich cultural and historical heritage of India. These cave paintings depict narratives and stories through vivid and detailed visual representations. These paintings often portray scenes from daily life, hunting expeditions, communal activities, and mythological or religious stories. By visually narrating these events, the artist communicated their experiences, practices, traditions, and beliefs to their communities. These narratives might have served as a form of oral history, preserving important cultural and historical information. Cave paintings might have also played a significant role in establishing and expressing social and cultural identities. By depicting communal activities, social hierarchies, and cultural practices, these artworks would have contributed to a shared sense of identity among the community members. They provided a means to communicate and reinforce social norms, values, and traditions, fostering a sense of belonging and collective identity. It demonstrates the creative and communicative capabilities of early humans in India. They serve as a remarkable testimony to the cultural and historical heritage of the region, offering glimpses into the lives, beliefs, and experiences of our ancestors. These printings stands as a testament to the importance of visual communication in preserving knowledge, sharing stories, and maintaining social and cultural cohesion within ancient Indian communities. Number 2. Oral storytelling tradition. Storytelling was one of the popular forms of early communication. It was used to tell stories, both fiction and non-fiction, to entertain and inform people. Traditionally, storytelling has been used to pass a wealth of information from generation to generation. However, this information could not be applied outside of a community, as men lived in far and wide geographical spaces. Ever since mankind evolved a brain capable of comprehending abstract ideas along with an extremely powerful creative imagination, people began to invent words, their highly sophisticated talking apparatus in their throats. Plus, this powerful new imagination enabled them to create many complex vocal sounds that they could associate with everything they encountered in everyday life, even the mysterious things they encountered but did not understand. They connected these vocal sounds into a series of sounds that became crude sentences. Languages were created. This allowed them to convey more complex and sophisticated ideas to one another. Eventually, the sentences became a language, the language of a particular family or tribe. There are thousands of different languages and dialects into the world today. Number 3. Advent of written communication. The earliest script is supposed to be found in China until paper was invented by the China, and later in Egypt. There was no written communication except on leather scrolls and palm leaves. Even thousands years before the invention of the printing press, educated people were handwriting books and documents. The word manuscript base is found in the Latin term libri manuscripti, which means writing books by hand. Before paper became widely available, most handwritten manuscripts were written on vellum, which was made from calf skin. Other books were printed with wood blocks, usually made from mulberry wood. Writing systems can be roughly divided into three categories. Logographic is primarily based on pictograms and ideograms. Syllabic is based on syllables, and alphabetic, that is based on the alphabet. All three of them started to develop in the Bronze Age. The time between the 7th and 13th centuries was considered the age of religious manuscripts. Most of the books and documents written were of a religious nature and were written by religious leaders. The practice of writing and reading books was mostly prevalent amongst religious scholars and wealthy people, because most of the common people were illiterate and could not read and write. Number 4. Development of printing press and newspaper. The development of the newspaper can be traced back to the ancient world, when handwritten news sheets were circulated in places like Rome and China. However, the modern newspaper, as we know it today, really took off in our 17th century with the invention of printing press and the rise of literacy. The first printing newspaper was published in Germany in 1605, and by the end of the century there were several newspapers being published in many European countries. These early newspapers were typically small one-page affairs and that focused on foreign news and current events. They were often censored by the government, and their circulation was limited to the wealthy and educated elite group. In the 18th century, newspapers began to grow in size and popularity. The invention of the steam press made it possible to print newspapers more quickly and cheaply, and the rise of literacy meant that more people were able to read them. Newspapers also began to cover a wider range of topics, including local news, sports and entertainments. The 19th century saw the golden age of the newspaper. Newspapers became increasingly influential and they played a major role in shaping public opinion. They also helped to create a sense of national identity, as people from different parts of the country could read about the same event in the same newspaper. The 20th century saw the rise of new media, such as radio and television. These new media challenged the dominance of the newspaper, but newspapers still remained an important source of news and information. In recent years, the internet has posed a new challenge to newspapers, but they have adapted by moving their content online. Today, newspapers are still an important part of the media landscape. They provide in-depth coverage of news and events, and they offer a platform for diverse voices to be heard. However, they face an uncertain future as the decline in print readership. Here are some of the key developments in the history of newspapers. In 1605, the first printed newspaper is published in Germany. This newspaper called Relation, Eller Farnemen and Geden Kudigen Historien was published by John Carolus. It was a small one-page publication that focused on foreign news and current events. In 1621, the first English caratos appeared in London. These were news sheets that were printed weekly and contained news from Europe. They were often censored by the government and their circulation was limited to the wealthy and educated elite groups. In 1780, Hickey's Bengal Gazette is published in India, the first newspaper in the region. This newspaper was published by James Augustus Hickey, and it was controversial publication that often criticized the British government. In 1833, The Sun, the first penny paper, is published in New York City. This newspaper was published by Benjamin Day, and it was a major innovation in the newspaper industry. It was the first newspaper to be sold for a penny, which made it affordable for a wider range of people. The newspaper has come a long way since its humble beginnings in ancient Rome. It has evolved into a powerful medium that shapes public opinion and informs the masses. While the future of newspaper is uncertain, it is clear that it will continue to play an important role in the media landscape for many years to come. Number 5. Invention of telegraph. The telegraph was invented in the 1830s by several inventors, including Samuel Morse in the United States and William Cooke and Charles Wheatstone in England. The telegraph is a device that sends electrical signals over a wire, which can be used to transmit text or Morse code. Morse's telegraph system used a code of dots and dashes to represent letters and numbers. The telegraph provided a long distance communication facility. It made it possible to send messages quickly and easily over long distances, which had a profound impact on businesses, government, and society. For example, the telegraph was used to coordinate the movements of troops during the American Civil War, and it was also used to report on the news as it happened. The telegraph also played a significant role in the growth of newspaper in the 19th century. Before the telegraph, newspapers were limited to reporting on news that had already happened, as it took days or weeks for news to travel by ship or horseback. The telegraph allowed newspapers to report on news as it happened, which made them more informative and timely. This made newspapers more popular, and it also led to an increase in their circulation. The telegraph also helped to create a national news market. Before the telegraph, each newspaper was essentially limited to reporting on news from its own region. However, the telegraph allowed newspapers to share news from all over the country, which helped to create a sense of national identity. This was especially important in the United States, where the telegraph helped to unify the country during Civil War. Number 6. Development of radio. Radio is actually the technology of transmitting audio signals over radio waves from one place to another wirelessly. However, when we talk about radio, we tend to think about it as only a gadget through which we entertain themselves and get information, education, developmental messages, and so on. Most of the time, we forget that radio broadcasts are created through a complex technology. It was invented by several scientists such as James Clerk Maxwell, Rudolf Hertz, E. Rutherford, Nikola Tesla, Oliver Lodge, Alexander Muirhead, and many more. Though Guglielmo Marconi got a patent for radio in 1896. The early years of radio were dominated by the use of radio telegraphy, which was used for sending Morse code messages. In 1906, Canadian inventor Reginald Fessenden transmitted the first voice and music signals over radio waves. This marked the beginning of the era of radio broadcasting, which quickly became a popular form of entertainment and news delivery. In the 1920s, radio broadcasting experienced rapid growth. The first commercial radio stations were established in the United States and Europe, and radio quickly became a fixture in homes and businesses around the world. Radio was used to broadcast news, sports, music, and entertainment, and it played a major role in shaping public opinion and culture. The development of radio was also driven by technological advances. In the 1930s, the development of vacuum tubes made it possible to amplify radio signals, which led to the development of more powerful and efficient radio transmitters. In the 1940s, the development of frequency modulation, that is FM radio, led to the introduction of high fidelity sound broadcasting. In the 1950s, the development of transistor radios made radio receivers smaller and more portable. This led to the mass market adoption of radio, and radio became a ubiquitous form of entertainment and information. In the 1960s, the development of satellite radio led to the introduction of new form of radio broadcasting, such as satellite radio and digital audio broadcasting. These new form of radio offered listeners a wide range of programming choices and higher quality sound. Today, radio remains a popular form of entertainment and information. Radio is still used to broadcast news, sports, music, and entertainment, and it is also used to deliver educational and religious programming. Radio is also used in a variety of other applications, such as navigation, weather forecasting, and emergency communication. Number 7. Development of television. A mechanical television system which scanned images using a rotating disc with holes arranged in a spiral pattern had been demonstrated by John L. Baird in England and Charles Francis in the United States earlier in the 1920s. In early 1920s, Philo Farnsworth and Vladimir Jorkins independently developed electronic television system that could transmit images without the need for a mechanical scanning device. These systems were the foundation for the development of modern television. The first public demonstration of television took place in London in 1926. The first commercial television station, the BBC, was launched in the United Kingdom in 1936. Television broadcasting began in the United States in 1939, but it was closed due to World War II. After the war, television broadcasting resumed in the United States and Europe, and the television quickly became a popular form of entertainment and information. In the 1950s, the introduction of color television further boosted the popularity of television. In the 1960s, television began to be used for educational purposes. The launch of the public broadcasting services in United States in 1969 made educational television more accessible to the public. In the 1970s, the introduction of cable television and satellite television led to the fragmentation of the television audience. Cable and satellite television offered viewers a wider range of programming choices, which led to a decline in the popularity of traditional broadcast networks. Thus, the development of television as a means of mass communication has had a profound impact on society, shaping cultural norms, political discourse, and entertainment consumptions. It has become a powerful medium for disseminating information, fostering global connectivity, and providing entertainment to audiences worldwide. Number 8. Development of online media. Online media, also known as digital media, is a form of mass communication that uses internet-enabled electronic devices to deliver content to users all over the world. This content can include text, images, videos, audio, and interactive elements. Online media is delivered through a variety of platforms, including websites, social media, mobile apps, and so on. The foundation of online media was laid with the creation of the internet in the late 1960s. Initially, the development for military and academic purposes, the internet gradually expanded to include more users and became accessible to the general public. In 1962, the Rand Corporation in USA started research into robust distributed communication network for military command and control, while JCR Licklider proposed the idea of a network was computers being able to communicate with each other. In 1969, ARPANET connected the first 4 universities in the US, and the first message was sent from one computer to another using ARPANET was the word login, but only the first 2 letters were delivered. In the 1980s, about a dozen of newspapers in the United States also explored electronic transmission through a service CompuServe. The available technology in the 1980s, however, was not quite up to the task that these pioneers envisioned, although the internet existed as a civilian technology, having split from its military origins in 1983. So learners, with this we have understood the development of communication around the globe. In addition, we have also completed the early development process of communication, such as cave painting as a means of communication in the Indian context. Furthermore, we have also completed the development of the oral storytelling tradition, the advent of written communication, the development of the printing press and newspapers, invention of the telegraph, radio, television and internet as a means of mass communication.